guys, Katie Krause here with Clever News, joined today by my lovely co-host, Deidre Behar. We have Tristan Wilds here today.
Yes.
Red Tails, hugely successful.
Yes.
You guys shot it though 2.5 years ago,
yeah,
right?
2.5, 3 years ago, yeah. Jeez.
Were you expecting this kind of success with it?
At all? Not at all.
Really?
Not at all in the least bit. Like, we didn't know what was gonna come of having everything together. You know, but the first time we seen the first cut, it was just like, man.
Good stuff.
This is history. Like, this is amazing. Like, we all came out of the theater kind of like, you know, our eyes kind of wet. I'm not crying. That kind of thing. It was great. It was amazing.
I know the boot camp process was something that was arduous, like, to say the least.
Yeah.
So you had to lose, was it 10 pounds
10
in
pounds
5
in
days?
5 days, yes.
Okay, so we were like kind of talking earlier. What do you do? Suck ice cube? We were like, what do you do to lose that much so quickly?
Well, your life is basically in these guys' hands. Like, anything they tell you to do, you have to do it. You don't get to eat unless they tell you to. You run whenever they tell you to. It was just a lot. Even sleeping, like you have to go to bed at 10:30, only to be waking up at maybe like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning by M80s, and you know, just to run around or just to do flight training. Like, you're like literally for the next 5 days, your life is in these guys' hands, and you can't do anything about it.
But as rough as it was, in retrospect, do you like look back on it as such a great experience? Really helped you get ready for the role?
Yeah, and not only did it help me get ready for the role, it kind of brought all of us together. You know, as brothers. You know, those guys are literally my brothers now.
I heard about that cute little game you guys would play at night.
Oh yeah.
With Neyo's weird hairline. Can you explain that and tell us what they did for you?
Well, I kind of missed out on that whole game because I came a week later. So I had to kind of do boot camp by myself in a sense. But the game that they played was, you know, kind of just like switching movie titles for the person. You know, like Neyo's was Where Did My Hairline Go, starring Neyo. Elijah Kelley's was
The Dark Knight.
Yeah, The Dark Knight, starring Elijah Kelley as The Dark.
That's kind of amazing. That's really funny.
Yeah. So jokes. It was just a lot of jokes, and they just brought us all together.
Well, you got into acting, what, 10 years ago or so?
Oh man.
Started going to auditions?
It's almost about to be 10 years, man.
Did you ever in your wildest dreams think that you'd be doing a George Lucas film
Heck
in
no.
your first decade?
What?
No. I know.
Heck no. I mean, it's just, it's always, everything that I've done so far, I've never expected to come this far, from The Wire to 90210, to Secret Life of Bees, Red Tails, anything that I've done and I've been able to touch upon, I've never thought it would get this big, and it has, you know, by the grace of God, and it's just, you know, it's just amazing. I'm glad they feel I have the talent to be what's next.
And you were working alongside some amazingly iconic people. I mean, we're talking Terrence Howard, we're talking Bryan Cranston. You're a very seasoned actor in your own right, but did they ever pull you aside and maybe give you some like pearls of wisdom?
I mean, they always did, and I think that was the best part of having them on set. You know, Terrence and Cuba and Bryan Cranston, you know, having these guys on set and really being able to conversate with them, just talking to them about anything going on in my career, in my life, anything. It's kind of like now we have, you know, uncles in a sense who just kind of like watch over us and make sure everything is right. And yeah, it was amazing. It was definitely amazing.
You've been quoted as saying that you want to star in a biopic.
Yeah.
Maybe Marvin Gaye, Mike Tyson. What is the status of that?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe one day. Maybe when I get a little older, because I think the main thing is that everybody says I look too young.
Yeah.
So maybe when I get, thank you.
So we need to get you in the next Hangover.
Yes, that would be hilarious.
Okay, you and Mike Tyson. And that'll be good training.
Oh, jeez.
But you know, you also work with Neyo in the film.
Yes.
And just talking about music for a minute, did you guys ever discuss the possibility of maybe doing a collaboration?
Neyo's definitely like a big brother and a mentor. And, you know, to have him just look at me as the little brother and kind of just help me with certain things, you know, writing-wise and just, you know, putting the music together the right way, it's definitely beneficial. And I definitely, you know, who knows, maybe the next project you guys will hear a nice track either written by him or kind of featuring him.
Well, speaking of music, you put out an EP in November. You're working on a full-length album right now. Give us the scoop, come on.
It's, 7 songs just to kind of show people musically where I'm going or what I'm trying to do. And the full-length album it is on its way. I'm just working on it, trying to put the pieces together, and I think the working title right now is Where the Wild Things Are.
Love that book. Growing up.
So
is the book a favorite of yours?
Seriously is.
Yeah.
Like, it's probably one of my favorite childhood books. That one and Falling Up.
Oh yeah, Shel Silverstein.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
That's where I started writing poetry.
Very cool.
Any collaborations we can expect on the album?
Maybe a few.
Maybe Jessica Lau.
Maybe.
Who has a single out right now?
She does. She actually just released her EP as well, so you guys go check that out. But yeah, she's maybe, we just got to really talk about it and figure out the particulars.
Okay.
For those not familiar with your music or your typical stylings, sell it.
Basically, if I had to sell it myself, I'm kind of a mix between Lauryn Hill, Kanye West, and Jay-Z. Just put them in a blender, blend it up, and serve it chilled.
My definition of perfection right here.
Right? 100%. My dream album.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Well, we have to talk about Jay-Z now that you bring him up.
Okay.
First of all, you are a cousin twice removed.
Clear it up.
He's like, okay, I'm gonna clear it up. Uncle Jay he's like an uncle to me.
Okay.
Ever since we've worked together on Rock Boys, he's always treated me like one of his nephews, and so much so that his nephews are my cousins now. Like we're all family. So yeah, he's like an uncle to me.
And if you could impart any wisdom onto Blue Ivy, what would you say?
I don't think she needs when I tell you Uncle Jay is probably one of the smartest men I know. He always has like great one-liners that solve any problem. So I just listen to Dad. That's all I would say.
Yeah. What's the best piece of advice he's given you?
I remember there was this one time I was definitely going through something when I was back home, and just hit him up, and we're talking, and I just remember it was between a spat between me and a friend or something, and I remember him telling me, if you love the person, if you feel something's wrong, sit them down, talk to them, but if not, you let them just talk, because they'll hang themselves in a sense. So.
Wise words.
Man of
from
lots
Jay-Z.
of wisdom.
Yes, from Jay-Z to Tristan Wilds.
Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
And have a great afternoon.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
everyone, tune in 90210.
Yes, 90210. Go check it out.
Red Tails, if you haven't seen it.
Red Tails, go see it, and take a friend to go see it. And
download the EP.
Yes.
It's awesome.
Yes.
Meetmac.tumblr.com/music. Go check it out.
Awesome. Well, thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you.